Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas. Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado.
Because this here's the wildest ride in the wilderness.
Hello, everyone. I'm Alicia.
And I'm Nathan.
Welcome to episode 160 of Adventures and Mousecapades.
This week, we're talking about how much Alicia is really enjoying her new Mac Mini when we try to record. She is so lost on Mac OS. So if you happen to have any tips and tricks for a Windows user on how to get used to working in Mac, please send them to us, podcast at ourmousecapades.com.
I seriously don't know why I agreed to having a Mac up here. I mean, I'm 46 years old. I don't need to learn a new computer. I'm so pissed off when I use this thing.
Well, you're never going to learn with that attitude.
Exactly. I'm good with that. None of my Windows keyboard shortcuts work.
I love you. It's still a better platform for recording.
Yeah, okay. This is not my normal job, though.
I hear you. I hear you. Anyway.
What are we talking about today?
We're talking about the fact that I am broken and sick. We were going to continue on with our Aulani vacation over the holidays, and I honestly just don't have it in me, y'all. We're going to do a quick episode. As you may be able to tell from my voice, I'm extra NPR this week.
Extra NPR.
At least I have a voice now that we're recording this on Sunday the 19th. This will come out tomorrow. I've been extra contrabassy pretty much all week. I missed a few days of work. It's been rough. So, yep. And as the more I talk, I can hear my voice going. So, Alicia.
It's getting crunchy.
It is.
We are going to talk about our future plans, vacation-wise. And this is going to go through 2025, maybe into a little bit of 26, and maybe talk about a little bit of things that we want to do, ideas in the future, too.
We had a very full 2024. Lots of travel.
So much. So much.
The trend continues.
Yeah. Although I will say some of this is not regular vacation. Maybe just one of them isn't regular vacation, but whatever. Anyway, we vacation a lot.
We do.
We take advantage of the time off that we are given from our workplace.
Exactly. Even before we switched to discretionary time off, which is not unlimited.
You switched to discretionary time off.
Well,
I do not have discretionary time off.
Okay, that's fair. But I still had 5 weeks of vacation every week.
So do I.
Every week.
Every week. Whoa.
That would be amazing. I don't think my boss would really appreciate that.
No.
Anyhow. I had 5 weeks of vacation every year anyway, and now that's discretionary. You know, we just have to get our work done. You are still an hourly employee. We won't get into that.
I still get 5 weeks of vacation, though.
True. Yeah. But I have opinions on why.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
That's
a different that's a different
totally
podcast.
Different. Yeah, that's a totally different podcast. Yeah, it has to do with actual employer and government. So it's not necessarily just one or the other.
We won't go there.
Nope.
Anyhow, what's first up on our travel itinerary?
First up is less than a month away.
Indeed. Can't wait.
Yeah, February over midwinter break, which is something that they do in the Northwest and some other states too. Midwinter break is over the President's Day week, basically. Right. I know not everybody in the country has midwinter break, but our school system does. So we have the whole week off, and we are going on the Disney Treasure, the newest Disney cruise ship, doing an Eastern Caribbean sailing. And I am so excited for this cruise.
I am too. This is going to be amazing. Mm-hmm. And Alicia, you are not only going to get to enjoy a brand new ship that has a haunted mansion bar, which I know you are all about.
Yes.
But you are putting together a pub crawl.
I am. Yes. It's something that I've seen done on other ships, and I thought to myself that, hey, this would kind of be cool to do. I wouldn't mind putting something together. So I've gone whole hog. I've gone all in. I have dove into the deep end. I am underwater. And I'm doing a pub crawl that I'm calling Sips on the Ships. And I've had over 70 people sign up for this. So huzzah. This will be a lot of fun. It is going to be an entire day of imbibing and enjoying the venues and bars on the Treasure.
Yeah. Now, obviously, we are asking people to be safe and pace themselves, hydrate, don't be a schmuck, or other words you want to insert into that. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm so impressed with you putting this together. This is definitely reaching outside of our comfort zones for sure, and yours especially. Yeah, good job. I can't wait to see how this turns out.
Yeah, hopefully it won't be a major kerfuffle.
It'll be great. But y'all, she's put together, we have wristbands that just came in the other day. She's putting together this whole passport book. This is based on the People's Pub Crawl, which you may have heard about on some other sailings, which is a family named Peoples. And they put together a pub as advertised. And they're we've been in touch with them, or Alicia's been in touch with them, and getting their input and ideas, and they're supportive of this. So we're not like stealing this and trying to take credit. Like, this is something that we're just expanding because it sounds fun. So yeah. And we're going to have the crew on the Treasure with us. Our pirate crew will be all together. So Alicia, myself, and Sterling. Sorry, Caitlin, you have college. Bill and Rachel will be with us, and Andrew and Mare will be with us as well.
Davenport drinkers, some of them anyway.
Exactly. So we're really, really looking forward to this Eastern Caribbean cruise. We have a sailboat chartered for Tortola. This is going to be amazing.
Yes. Yep. So that's February.
That's February.
Nothing in March.
At this point, correct. Nothing in March.
At this point. We also have in April, we are going down to Disneyland. This is in conjunction with a competition that Sterling is doing. Sterling has a dance/musical theater competition that they are a part of, and it is in Anaheim. And some of it is in Disneyland. So Sterling will get to dance and do musical theater in Disneyland on stage, and they are so excited for that. And we are too. And of course, we added a couple more days to that so we could, go to Disneyland.
Yeah, spend spring break at Disneyland. We're really looking forward to this, of course. And we have probably, I'm not going to say bucket list, but something that's been on our wish list for a long time. We actually have a 1-bedroom at the Grand Californian.
Yeah.
And I am so excited to stay at the Grand Cal. We've wanted to stay there forever and ever, never been able to get in. And just Alicia was able to make it happen, and woohoo.
I think, this is interesting because this is, I think, the same year or the year before they're doing a full refurb of the Grand Cal. So it's going to be great staying there and being right there at the park. We'll see how the decor is. And I'm just remembering how we have stayed in other DVC, Disney Vacation Club villas that are up for refurb and have seemed a little tired.
Bay Lake Tower cough.
And definitely showing their age. So because we've never stayed here, I am very excited for that.
Well, it just means that we'll have to stay there again sometime. And so we can compare before and after. Exactly.
We'll have to figure out exactly when the refurb is for that. I know it's coming up very soon. I'm just not sure if it's this year or next year. Whenever. It's also during spring break, so I know it will be a very busy time in Disneyland.
Yes.
That's okay.
And we're getting shorted a little bit on our Disneyland Magic Keys.
Yeah.
My Magic Key was still good. Alicia's, I think, will expire at the end of February, so it won't be good anymore.
Yep.
Now, for last year, this week was not blacked out for the, I forget whatever magic key we have. Believe. Yeah. This year it is blacked out.
Yeah.
And so, that dramatically changes the calculus on whether it would have made sense for me to have an annual pass for Disneyland this year. So I'm a little miffed at that.
Yeah.
We do have an opportunity coming up here, I think this week in a couple days to upgrade my annual pass and to the highest level and just pay the difference. And that would get me in. I don't know. We still have to figure out how we're going to do tickets because
I know.
Yeah.
And I am not renewing my Magic Key Pass because we are not going to be at Disneyland enough for it to make sense.
Not this year.
Nope.
And sadly enough, we're letting our Disney World annual passes, we let those expire too. Because again, for this next year.
It's okay. We have a lot of stuff going on though. And it's mainly cruises.
It's mainly cruises.
That's okay.
We'll be okay.
Yes. That's April. May and June, we have nothing. I'm fine with that. July. What?
June.
What's June?
June. It's not us, but Caitlin has a trip. Back half of June.
Yeah.
Caitlin's going to Dublin with a bunch of her college friends, and they're going to go see, who is it, Olivia Rodrigo, and spend like a week touring around Ireland.
Yep.
That sounds pretty amazing.
It does sound fun.
I wish I was young and carefree, didn't have any responsibilities. Oh, but look at me. I have 4 cruises on the book, so never mind. Yeah. So nothing for us in June. Nope.
School gets out mid-June for Sterling. July, though, we have a family vacation.
Yes.
Including our college kiddo.
Yeah. We are getting on the Celebrity Edge and sailing out of Seattle for the first time ever. We don't have to fly to a vacation. We are doing a week-long Alaska cruise. It leaves on the 4th of July. And I am really excited for this. We have a magic carpet suite. So this is like I think it's a 1-bedroom suite. Or
I don't know.
It's a really nice suite. And then it has an inside stateroom off its little hallway that is separate. And that's where we put the kids.
Yep.
And so we basically have this wonderful suite all to us for our little family. I'm excited about this. It includes butler service.
It's kind of weird.
They will unpack and pack for us. Hallelujah. Taking advantage of that. Now, the kids don't get the butler service. So
that's okay. They can figure it out.
Sorry, kids.
This is our first foray onto Celebrity Cruise Lines. We are trying another cruise line out just to see what we think of it. We have tried out Royal Caribbean before. Wasn't our speed.
No.
Celebrity is a part of Royal Caribbean's subsidiaries, whatever you call it. I don't know.
Yeah. Their portfolio.
Corporate portfolio, yes. We have heard good things about Celebrity. We are very excited to try this out. And we have our besties coming with us. Yes.
Most of the crew is coming on this one. Everybody but Bill.
Yeah.
Who
ABB.
ABB. EBB.
EBB, sorry. Oh my gosh. Alphabet. EBB.
Whatever. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we're really, really, really looking forward to that. And getting up to some antics there in Alaska. And I know we have a helicopter tour planned and getting onto a glacier. And we're going to go see some sled dogs and pet the puppies. And
yes, that's very important.
Yes, yeah,
very,
of course.
Very important.
Of course.
I've been kind of on the fence about going to Alaska before, just because we live in the Pacific Northwest right now. And a lot of the scenery is just a part of our everyday life right now. Like we have the very tall, gorgeous trees. We have mountain views.
We have
water.
bald eagles.
We have bald eagles. Yes, we have a lot of bald eagles.
Yes.
And I don't know. That's, for the most part, what I've heard Alaska is like. I'm like, okay, so it's like every day for us.
Yeah.
But we've had enough people talk about how just incredibly gorgeous and fun it is. We're like, okay, we'll go try it out. We'll see. We'll see. And we'll see.
Yeah. I'm imagining it's kind of like when we were on the Royal Caribbean cruise and we had a day where we just kind of like hung off the coast of Kauai on the Nepali coast with the cliffs, and you have that like dramatic mountains just like crashing right down into the ocean. Not literally.
Not
that would be
literally,
a
yeah.
disaster. But like I'm imagining it's that just more dramatic kind of coastline and ruggedness, which I'm excited to see.
Yeah.
Regardless, it's going to be a week on a cruise with a butler. Let's go.
And friends. And exploring a new ship.
Yes.
Whole new world for
A
us.
whole new world.
World. That's July.
Yes.
We don't have anything for the rest of the summer, which is fine. We will just chill. October. I'm going to talk about October.
Okay.
Because right now, nothing is planned. Nothing is planned. And for the past 2-3 years,
Something like that.
I've done something in October. Caitlin and I have done Hollywood Horror Nights. I'm debating whether or not to do it again this year. Like, I want to do it again this year.
Just maybe too much.
We're doing a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I really want to do it this year. And I want to do Oogie Boogie. I want to bring you to Oogie Boogie. I am very torn on this. Sterling very conveniently has a 3-day weekend in October. Like they did last year.
Yes.
And it just works out very well because Oogie Boogie is on, I think, Tuesdays and Thursdays and Sundays. And with the Monday Sterling having off, makes it a little bit easier to take that. So just putting that out there. We'll see how we're doing.
Are you?
I am. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know when Oogie Boogie tickets are available. But, long weekend thing, Friday through Monday. Possibly October. I know you would not take part
No.
in the Universal Studios
No. Hard pass.
Horror Nights. Yeah.
I'm out.
I know that. Right now, I did happen to take a look at DVC to see what was available in October.
Oh, did you?
I did. I know. It's so good of me to do that.
Yes.
There are rooms available right now at both Disneyland Hotel and Grand Californian.
Of course there are.
And Oogie Boogie is at California Adventure Park. And if you will recall, the Grand Californian butts right into California Adventure. There is an entrance right there.
I do recall that. Yeah.
It makes it a lot easier to get into Oogie Boogie.
Does it?
In and out if you need to.
Oh, Interesting.
Now, our 7-month DVC reservation window is not until March.
Okay.
So I'm hoping that there is Grand Californian availability in March when I look up for that particular weekend in October.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I guess there's a long weekend trip there.
Maybe.
Right. Yep. In November, though, we do have another trip, and it is another cruise. And this one I am very excited for.
We're excited for all of them. What are you talking about?
Yes. Alicia and I are flying off. It is going to take us 2 days to get there from Seattle to San Juan, Puerto Rico. And we are on the Magic. It is a 6-night cruise. This is the first time we'll have been on the Magic since like 2009?
2009, 2010, one of them. I don't know.
It's almost like I could look it up in this here spreadsheet that I happen to have open. Nope.
2010.
2010. All right. So it'll have been 14 years 15 years since we have been on the Magic.
Yep.
This is going to be fun. This 6-nighter includes stops at Lookout and Castaway Keys.
Yes.
And we are in concierge. And we will be getting a cabana at both because we need to compare and contrast,
We do.
For content.
For content, yeah.
Right.
We need to compare and contrast, yeah. And this will be our first time going to Lighthouse Point at Lookout Key.
Yes. I'm so excited for this.
Yeah.
And if anybody wants to, help out, spare a dime.
Or join.
Yeah. Indeed. It is a 6-night sailing. It is mid-November. And it will be amazing on the Magic. It'll be magical.
It'll be magical on
the
Magic.
Magic.
And I will be setting up another pub crawl for this one too.
Excellent.
Yes. December, we don't have anything. However, we have been chatting with people about possibly popping down to Disneyland.
Yeah. I think my parents expressed a strong desire over Christmas to maybe go to Disneyland for Christmas. So I think that may be on the table.
Yeah.
Looking forward to seeing what magic we can make happen.
Yes. Just a couple chill days, maybe hit the parks for a couple of days too.
Yeah.
It's just such a vibe down there at Christmas time.
It really is.
Yeah.
It really is. And then, of course, speaking of magic, we actually booked another cruise on the Magic.
We did.
So our midwinter break of 2026, we will be doing another, I think this is a 6-night or 5-night, something like that, out of Galveston. And, I should circle back around and mention our November cruise on the Magic out of San Juan, Puerto Rico is actually a repositioning.
Yeah.
So it's actually, it's San Juan and then Lookout and then Castaway and then Galveston. So that'll be exciting. And then in February, we'll be back on the Magic again out of Galveston this time and hitting the ports of Progreso and Cozumel.
Yep.
So that'll be fun.
This will be Sterling's first time on the Magic, and then they will have been on all of the ships, except for the Adventure and Destiny. But that's okay.
Both of which will have come out by that point.
Yes.
So, but we also will not have been on the Destiny or the Adventure.
Yep.
So we'll all be in the same boat.
Yep.
Pun intended.
Yes, intend your puns, cowards.
And then I think we're going to try to do a Florida visit for spring break of 2026 because it will have been a while since we have spent meaningful time down there with everybody, and we need to do that. So that's on the cards.
Visit friends and see all the walls up at at all the parks in Florida from all the construction that's going to be happening.
We'll see. It's a possibility that Big Thunder will be just reopening about that time. So we'll see. I think the construction permit goes through like mid-March or something like that.
Okay.
So they may be doing some previews or some, testing or whatnot. So
Yeah.
we'll see. Of course, construction schedules slip all the time, so it could possibly just still be closed. But
That's true.
we shall see what we shall see.
Exactly. So that's our 2025 and a little bit into 2026. Now, is there anything future that we're thinking of?
Future, like
Future. Like we haven't really started planning.
I mean, there's some bigger bucket list trips that we know we want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we want to hit Tokyo Disney, Tokyo Disney Sea. Take the new DCL OLC ship, Oriental Land Company, or OLC is the name of the Disney partner, basically the local entity there in Japan.
Our plan is to do that for Sterling's graduation.
Right. So that'll be like 2030 or
so
something like that.
a couple more years down the road.
I would love long term I'd love to see Singapore. That is an 18-hour flight from here.
Yeah.
But I would love to see Singapore, and probably if we're going to go there at some point, hit the Adventure while we're there.
Yeah.
Europe is calling as well.
Yeah.
We've been throwing the idea around of doing like Italy or an ABD or something. I don't know. That's out there.
Yeah. I wonder if sailing on the Adventure and the new Japan cruise ship, will that count towards Castaway status? Adventure will. Will the other one?
I think so. I remember asking this question on a DCL Duo podcast, and they were like, "Yeah, if it's a Disney Cruise Line ship, it should count." Now, I don't. That's obviously an opinion and not necessarily official.
Yeah,
but it seems plausible. I mean, the stuff for the Adventure is being sold on the site on the DisneyCruise.com.
Yeah.
So it should count towards Castaway status. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
I don't see why it wouldn't. The Japan one's the interesting one to me because of it has its own kind of booking restrictions for those parks with OLC.
Yeah.
That one may not count. I could see it being its own separate entity. It just depends on how much they run it as a separate thing versus a unique thing. Of course, Disneyland versus Disney World versus Disneyland Paris. These are all separate sites and separate ways to book students. Who the heck knows? At this point?
I will also note that Disney Cruise Line has updated their policies about Castaway Club status. Whereas if you do not travel within 5 years, you lose your Castaway Club status, which I think is a horrible thing.
Yeah.
And Caitlin's last cruise will have been in 2023.
So you're saying that we need to keep her...
We don't need to, but I mean, she's gold at this point. I think she's almost platinum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, her next cruises are platinum cruise.
Okay, so we've got to get Caitlin on a cruise ship in the next couple years. All right, heard. We'll have to figure that out.
Yeah. Speaking of cruise line, Disney announced that they're going to have another class of ship coming out.
Yes.
And this is going to be somewhere in between the Magic class and the Dream class.
Yes.
And we will definitely have to get on one of those. Maybe even a maiden voyage.
Oh yeah. I'm down for that.
I would love to get on the maiden voyage of a brand new class of ship.
I'm with you there.
That will be pricey.
Yes.
And it will be a bit chaotic.
Yes.
And not in its best form, but honestly, I am fine with that.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's do this. So I think that's 2029 is when it's slated to come out.
Okay.
I think it's 29, 30, and 31 for this new class. So
Got it.
I'm excited because at one point when they announced the new ships, we were actually on with DCL Duo and we were hoping and dreaming that these were Magic class replacements because there is a need for those smaller sized ships to get into places like Sydney, to do some of these European itineraries where only the small ships can get into, some of the stuff in Alaska, the bigger, Dream and Fantasy cannot get into. And then
Canal?
Yeah, Panama Canal, exactly. And the canal's big enough to get the bigger ships through, but the bridges aren't tall enough to get the Dream class or the Wish class in. And what we are hearing now is a confirmation of that dream. So it is 100,000 gross ton class with 3,000 guests. The Magic and Wonder are 86 or 88,000 gross tons and 2,700. So this is a very comparable size to that classic ship. And woohoo! Now, for comparison, the Dream and Fantasy are like 136,000 or 133,000 gross tons and 4,000 guests. So
same with the Wish, right?
The Wish class is a little bit bigger,
but same capacity.
But same capacity. Yeah. So I'm excited. I'm stoked for this new class of ships. Maiden voyage in 2029. I'm with you there, 100%.
All right,
we'll pay that. We'll pay that penalty.
Yes,
there will be a penalty, but we'll pay it.
Hopefully, it's not going to be a Christmas time maiden voyage again. Because stop doing that, Disney. Stop.
It's just
maybe they learned from the Treasure because I don't think they sold out the maiden voyage for the Treasure.
I don't know. That's a great question. We'll have to ask Sam and Brian.
Yeah.
From DCL Duo. They were on that cruise, so I'm sure they asked.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think let's wrap it up there. We have lots of stuff, lots of dreaming and scheming to go. We have to get Caitlin on a cruise pretty soon.
We've got a couple, like 28, I think is when it's due.
All right. We'll figure it out. Figure it out. Share with us what your plans are. What are your hopes and dreams and aspirations for the coming year of Disney experiences? We'd love to hear from you. And if you have a trip coming up that you'd love to share and talk about, just reach out to us, podcast at ourmousecapades.com, and we'd love to have you on.
Remember, we are not affiliated with Disney or their subsidiaries. These are personal opinions and suggestions that are based on our own experiences. We recommend working with a travel agent or contacting Disney directly to plan your perfect vacation. Follow us on socials at Our Mousecapades. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, Threads, and YouTube. Please give us a rating and review in your podcast app. It really helps people find us. It helps go with all that algorithmy stuff. And of course, don't hesitate to share us with your friends and fellow Disney lovers of all ages. Thank you for listening. We'll be in your ears next week.
Thank you for flying Star Tours. Bye-bye.